Good morning, it's inspection day at Jen Air Farm. I'm Mark from MOSA, Midwest Organic Services Association, and we are knee-deep in paperwork as we go through the papers for the past year showing what happened out in all of the fields and all of the inputs that were purchased. An input is anything that goes out there like a fertilizer or seed receipts, pesticides, anything that was used on these organic fields. And then along the way, we're starting our organic inspection report as I interview Paul and Kay about what they did this year and how the year has gone. And then I fill out this report and it goes back to our office. And another set of eyes called our final reviewer sends Paul and Kay their certification letter and maybe some things to work on for next year for our constant improvement, getting even better with all the record keeping and crop production practices.
Mark, how long does this process take? How long are you at a farm?
Oh, 3 to 5 hours, or two to prepare, and then I get to go home and write a report for another 3 to 5 hours. So.
And when you say you go through so at an inspection, you say you go through their paperwork and then you go out in the fields. What does all of that mean?
Well, we're trying to make sure that they are following their organic plan. They submit a plan, which in this case is an application. They tell us how they're going to farm organically, and then I've got two main jobs. One is to figure out if they're actually following that plan, and then secondly, does that plan and the practices that they're using comply with these national organic standards.
And so you go through all their receipts and everything?
Pretty much everything. Yes, all the receipts for anything that they purchase that affects the organic farming out there.
I noticed that Paul has a box of labels. You need to see labels and packages even?
Mm-hmm. What we're doing is figuring out what they're using to make sure that we know about the products. Most of the products that they use here we are aware of, so we're just making sure that that we have it all recorded as to what they're growing or what they're using on their plants. And then we have a big database back in our office that we use to match what they say they're growing with or planting and applying to their crops with what we know to be compliant with these national standards. If there's anything new that they want to use, some new fertilizer or crop pest control product, then we have to look into the exact ingredients and see if it is acceptable.
So there's been all sorts of talk that this organic inspection means nothing. Why would Kay and Paul spend 5 hours with you, although I'm sure you're a nice guy,
Mm-hmm.
and why is it so essential for that whole certification process?
Well, the way I would put that question is a lot of people say, well, I know my farm that I'm a CSA member of. I do an inspection every time I'm out there for some farm visit. And what I would say to that is most CSA members don't go through all of Paul and Kay's paperwork, and they don't know what pest control materials are compliant with the national standards and which aren't. So while a lot of CSA members are out on their farm more than the organic inspector, they don't ask the same set of questions and they don't go through all the paperwork and they don't hopefully have the intimate knowledge of these national organic standards that we do.